In 1923, William Butler Yeats was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. Yeats was conscious of the spiritual barrenness, and in his poetry, he is seen to escape the sordid materialism of the younger generation. He's a believer of magic and kindred arts, which means he looked for themes in Irish legendary images, as you will see in the Sailing of Byzantium. For him, the best remedy of the present problem seems to be returning to the past simplicity of knowledge. Byzantium is a symbol of intellectual refuge for W.B. Yeats. Byzantium, or Constantinople, symbolizes a spiritual and intellectual realm. It is a place famous for its rich culture, diversity, and art. Sailing to Byzantium metaphorically symbolizes a spiritual journey or intellectual enlightenment. He was around 62 or 63 years old. He looks at the younger generation of Ireland and finds that they had no zeal or thirst for knowledge or wisdom of art and culture, but they were living a shallow life of physical and sensual pleasures. He felt that he did not belong there. He says that Ireland is no country for old men like me. The younger Irish people were drowned in sensual love and music, neglecting the priceless, unaging monument. This younger generation are compared to lovebirds on the tree. He called them a dying generation, which are born to die without leaving any legacy behind to be cherished. They are compared to salmon falls and mackerel crowded sea that live and mate and produce offsprings in large number, and that is the only purpose of their life. Salmon and mackerel are fishes, and fishes symbolize so much offspring, too many eggs, so they symbolize multiplying of generation. So according to him, this Irish younger generation are like mackerels and salmons that just live to produce offspring and nothing else. In the second stanza, Yeats defines an old man and compares him to a paltry thing, an inferior, trashy thing, a worthless being. He compares an old man to an imagery of a scarecrow, a tattered coat upon a stick. As an old man, physically he is a wasted life, but spiritually his soul claps and rejoices with every passing time, because he did not find any spiritual enlightenment or intellectual purpose on this side of the land. So he says that he sailed the seas to arrive to the holy city of Byzantium, which means he had mentally wandered off to the city of Byzantium or Constantinople, which is a symbolism of intellectual realm for him. In the third stanza, he looks upon the golden images of the classical poets on the mosaic image on the wall, who seem to be standing in God's holy fire on the wall. He calls them to come down from the mosaic images and become his inspiration, become his singing masters for his soul. He prays to these saints to come down and consume his heart, which is sick with desire, physical desire, with materialistic desires. This sick heart which was tied to a deteriorating body. In the final stanza, the poet speaks of his longing to take the form of a mechanical singing bird. If he was to be reborn, he would not want to be born as a human being. He is willing to trade or exchange his dying physical body for a mechanical bird crafted in gold by the Grecian or Greek goldsmith. And after being reborn as a mechanical bird, he says that he would sing to keep the drowsy Byzantium emperor awake, to keep the intellectual spirit alive in Byzantium. Or he would sing to the lords and the ladies of Byzantium, singing about the past, the present, and the future, sitting on a golden branch. The poem speaks about the theme of escaping the physical and sensual realm into a spiritual realm filled with inspiration through art, philosophy, and literature. That was a brief discussion on Sailing to Byzantium by W.B. Yeats. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.